you have to trust the president's instincts on the economy, okay?
No, we don't. Are you kidding me? He has bankrupted 6 different businesses, and you're asking us to trust him with the economy? It's like asking a convicted felon to be the president of the United States.
Donald Trump is talking about seeking a third term, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but y'all should know he could do it, and he could do so constitutionally. He's openly talking about the loophole that he's going to use, which is letting J.D. Vance run for president while he acts as a vice president, and then J.D. Vance, once in office, would hand the baton over to Donald Trump.
Hi guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. So I come across this on my FYP and I tend to share with you guys, where a lot of people are just sharing their own view based on all that is happening in the US currently. And it's just something to really talk about with the whole tariff being enacted. Not only that, then you have the whole people talking about the Walmart. You have people talking about Walmart, and some other persons who are talking about how police is safeguarding Tesla, something like that. Anyway, I just have some clips for you guys. It's a compilation, so let's go watch it, then we come back and talk more. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment as we watch together. Please do vote to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Yes, hit that subscribe button already to be part of the family. Okay, so let's go watch this video. Share your thoughts with me in the comments, and credit to all creators on this video. Let's go watch, then we come back and we'll talk more.
I could be totally wrong, but I swear that Trump's team Googled how to get around the 22nd Amendment, and the Cornerstone, I think it's Cornerstone Law Firm's webpage came up that talks about loopholes in the Constitution. Because what Donald Trump said was like word for word what was written on this webpage in 2024. The webpage is like kind of catastrophizing about what could happen in the country because the Constitution isn't like crystal clear on certain things, and it's exactly what they're saying. But anyways, so they're openly saying what they're gonna do, right? They're like totally not hiding it. But then you would say to this, well, yeah, but they still gotta get voted in, and literally nobody's gonna vote for that. And to that, you would be correct. Except that relies upon our elections being fair. And since little Elon was out in Wisconsin last week, literally bribing people $100 to every person that signed his petition and voted for the Supreme Court judge that him and Trump wanted, that they would get $100 and entered into the $2 million raffle. And that's what he's doing right in front of our faces, so God only knows what they're doing behind closed doors. They're rigging it. I'm telling you this one because you need to gear up for the, arguments that you're inevitably about to have. Yes, he could do it constitutionally. However, it is undermining the spirit of the Constitution, surely. Which is very important to this country, is like the attitude of which the Constitution was written. However, our Supreme Court has proven sort of to be constitutionalists. And so even if they're undermining the spirit of the Constitution, it's not unconstitutional, and that's very important for you to understand. And 2, because y'all better be paying attention to your local officials. Who Elon is going to be bribing, who all of this is going to rely on, are local officials. And I don't care if they're Republicans, I don't care if they're MAGA. When it comes down to having to be a traitor to your country, that is not going to be as clean cut as anybody thinks. But when your livelihood and your job, your career, which you work for, your home and your family are being threatened, just because you know that something is wrong and that you don't want to do it doesn't mean that you won't do it. So I know that this mess is going on in the White House right now, but everybody needs to be paying attention and keeping the boot on the neck of their local officials. Letting the iffy ones know that we're watching them, and supporting in every way, vocally, financially, physically, the people who are open to fighting back. Start volunteering, start campaigning, start working at polls. If you know that you are fair and that you believe in democracy and to fight for that democracy, you need to put yourself inside of those rooms. And it's not like you're aiming for the White House. It's not like you're trying to become a part of Senate. It's literally in your town halls. Let all of these people know that we are watching them.
For 40 days and 40 nights, y'all were on here talking about where are the Democrats? Why aren't the Democrats doing anything? Democrats, show up, do something, do anything. Cory Booker said, hold my beer while I hold the Senate floor for 25 plus hours to protest Trump and the current administration, which also simultaneously beat out the previous record for longest Senate speech, which was held by Strom Thurmond, who was protesting civil rights, protesting Cory's right to even be in the fucking Senate. And y'all now are like, that was for nothing. Y'all still aren't fucking happy. He said, you know what? J-Lo is wrong a lot of the time, but even a broken clock is right twice a day, so we should get on the floor and did exactly fucking that for 25 plus fucking hours, and y'all said, this is performative. This is doing nothing. Tomorrow he's gonna go back to doing exactly what he was doing before. Also, y'all was like, where's Jasmine Crockett? Why isn't she relieving him? I'm finding it. I don't have the time or the crayons to break this down for you, but I'll try my best, and I'm gonna hold your hand with a napkin in between while I say this. Jasmine Crockett is a congresswoman. She works in Congress. Cory Booker is a senator. He works in the Senate. Hope that helps. Regardless of that, what do y'all want? What do you want? You've asked them to do something. You've asked them to speak up. They're doing it. And I'm not saying that this is the end all be all. This is absolutely just the start. But they're starting. And even in the start of trying to make something happen, that is still not good enough for y'all. Like, what do you want? I think part of the issue on the left is that there is so much nitpicking about what is wrong, while also simultaneously not saying what exactly you want and being realistic about what you want, because those two things must coexist, right? There's so much of that going on the left, while also at the same time on the right, they are building their cult-like following who is going to agree with whatever the fuck they say, and that is why they are able to get so much done. And that's not to say that we should be mindlessly following. Absolutely not. But can we give credit where it's due? Like, we can hold people accountable while at the same time realizing that they're trying to stand up and trying to make a change. What Cory Booker did, while just a start, is an amazing start. And we can acknowledge that while also demanding for more. Hope this helps. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
MAGA is that they just do not want to hold their own people accountable for anything. They want help from so much help from Democrats, but fail to really give, show accountability for what they've done or what their people have done. They don't want to do that. MAGA is always right. No matter how you say it, MAGA will always be MAGA. They will always be right, okay? And now that somebody's trying to even speak up for them, they're saying, oh, you didn't talk enough. You would have done this too. Where's this other person? Like, you guys were dragging Jasmine Crockett here a few days ago. Like, you guys were everywhere talking about her. Some of you were like, oh, she didn't do right. Oh, she did this, she did that to the cameraman. Oh, she did the other one. Like, if you just go to TikTok, you will see lot of them, saying so many things about Jasmine. And a lot of people came out and like, leave Jasmine's name out of your mouth. And right now, you guys are also calling her, oh, she should speak out, forgetting the fact that she's a congresswoman. This man is a senator. Like, he has to be in the Senate talking. You wanted them to speak out. Now they're helping you to speak out. You're still not comfortable with that. You want countless number of them to probably come out on the street and start protesting alongside you guys so that you cannot be happy and say, oh, we are together. We are all, in alignment. We are together doing the things together. We just need to speak out because you know that their own words will be louder than yours. You know that one thing about people of color is that they always stand out for for people. They stand up for people without even watching who is looking around for who is watching or anything, or whose stool they're stepping on. They just want to make sure that their voices are heard, something is done, lives are changed, something like that. But a quite number of you voted for what is happening. I wonder why you are now looking for help when you would have found help on 5th of November 2024. Maybe all of this would have happened. Maybe things would have been a bit better. Who knows? Yeah.
So Walmart is losing sales. Their company's valuation has gone down $22 billion. I don't know why the CEO is so surprised. They treat their workers like shit. They took out local businesses by undercutting prices. They price gouge. And they removed DEI. Fuck Walmart.
Once again, I had to put on my glasses. I'm about to put on some shades, but I'm going to say glasses. Walmart CEO says something that I think everyone needs to be aware. He brings up an interesting statement. So Walmart CEO said because of the evaluation, the company evaluation has dropped. The consumer, you and me, is displaying, expressing stressed behavior. Basically because you're not spending like you used to. So Walmart market cap dropped $22 billion on Tuesday, this article states. I didn't say $22. I didn't say 22,000. I didn't say 2,000. I said 22 billion. Child, these millionaires about to be at the altar seeking God for real. And then on top of that, their market share price dropped 3%. Honey, if that were me, I told y'all before, I'm going to say it again, I would have called Elijah, Zachariah, the prophet Nathan, and Zacchaeus. They all would have been on the phone with having a quick meeting. So I got a question. Are you stressed? What's stressing you out, ladies and gentlemen? Is it Walmart pulling off the DEI, the boycott? Is it Trump? Or is it you just trying to keep your coins? Who remembers I Love Lucy? If you grew up in the 90s like me and your parent is a baby boomer, you probably seen episodes or was forced to watch episodes of I Love Lucy like I had to. But I love Lucy. The episode when she was doing a commercial, she got drunk. She said, I'm your mighty, meanie factor. She said, do you pop out of parties? Are you unpopular? So what is it? Are you stressed, like the CEO saying? Or are you taking a stand and actually hitting them where it hurt?
Look at the way all of these police officers who are public servants are protecting a building which is owned by a private company. I've definitely never seen a public school look this protected, but thank you for keeping the employees of a privately owned company safe. Thank you for that, officers. Now, if you're a Republican, before you strawman me, I am not opposed to Tesla having the right to security. My problem is their security being funded on my dime as a taxpayer. The idea that this is even a partisan issue is absurd. We taxpayers should not be paying for the police, who are public servants, to protect a private company as if it's private security. And that absurdity is only amplified when you take into consideration the fact that this is literally the richest man, not in the country, in the world. The world's richest man is having you pay for his security. Think about that. Do you know how stupid you have to be to not be pissed off about that? And you know what? I simply lack the vocabulary necessary to describe the irony in people bitching about taxpayer dollars being wasted and then not having any problem with this. If there are words in the English language to describe it, I don't know what they are. I'm unfamiliar with those words, just not in my vocab. And you know what? I get it. A couple of Tesla dealerships have been shut up. But do you know how many schools have been shut up? Like, do you know how those numbers compare? It's fucking ludicrous, but you want to know why conservatives are universally not going to have any problem with this? You want me to tell you why? Because the only thing that matters to them is owning the libs. They will waste millions, billions of taxpayer dollars on merely hurting feelings. As long as they're like, yeah, we're hurting feelings, offending people, owning the libs, that's worth it to them. That is pretty much the only priority.
I think that Walmart is currently finding out that they would have not rolled back that I think, was it which company brought it back? Was it Target also? After seeing that a lot of people boycotted their platform and saw that they were losing thousands of dollars on a daily, they decided, what, it's best we bring back this whole DI thing. What's the need for it anyway? Why remove it at the end of the day when we're losing so much? Now you brought it back and people are still not coming. They've done so many ads to make sure that people come back to shopping at their place, and they're not still getting the whole vibe. Okay, people wanted to boycott this for just a few weeks. I think the first 40 days happened, then people started, like, we just keep doing it. Not just in the US, every other place. Like, even in Canada, I see comments like people coming from Canada and saying that, oh, we also boycotting, I've not bought anything from this particular place since so and so. And you'll be like, oh my god. So it's not just in the US that they're feeling the heat, every other place is currently feeling it. Okay, so yeah, then the whole Tesla thing, oh my god, did you see the amount of police people in that house, like in that office? Yes, they are protecting the people who are working, but at the end of the day, they are protecting the building because of what is currently happening with Elion and him being in Doge and people being fired. People are getting laid off from work and all that. So it's causing a lot of people like, oh my god, you know what, we not buying Tesla anymore. Their stock keep plummeting, just like that of Walmart and Target. But I don't think any of them is more than that of Tesla. Okay, with the way that we've been seeing it online, it's just been Tesla this, Tesla that. Then people now decide to vandalize some Tesla trucks and all that, which I don't think that's the right thing to do. If you don't want to drive a car, why don't you take it back? And also, sometimes they're actually not the owner of the cars that are doing that, because they also want to get their money back, right? But I've seen celebrities also sell off their trucks and like, well, we don't want to use this again. he keeps firing people, he keeps laying people off, saying that he's trying to save money for the government without caring those people you are laying off, what will be their end result, what are they going to do at the end, where are they going to get the next available job and all of that. So all of this make people like, you know what, we just keep boycotting these companies. We are making sure we're not going to buy from you. And to think that it's not just in America, you have people from different places all over the world, even in China, in Europe, like different places. In Canada, people are not buying Tesla, people are not buying the stock. People like, you know what, we just going. And have the shareholders saying that we are they want to make him to job as the CEO so that they can make money, because you cannot have a company where money is not coming in. That does not make sense. So they want to make money. For them to make that money, it means that they have to take away every obstacle, everything making them not to make money in the first place. And it happens to be this guy, right? Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section, because I just want to hear from you. Aside these other creators who have spoken, let me hear what your thoughts are in the comment. Let's have that conversation. Do what, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up so that more people can see it. I look forward to seeing you all on my next video. Thank you so much for watching. See you guys. Bye.